The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Stafford on first down. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Stafford. And that's complete to Jesse James. The numbers for James from last week, well north of 100 yards receiving. He was hard to stop. The only thing they did well defensively, they didn't allow him to get in the end zone.
And that's small comfort for them because he actually carved them up. I love his versatility. I love his route running. Ran the entire route tree. They hit him on deep shots, quick hitters, balls over the middle, balls to the sideline. He was everywhere.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. And he finds Danny Amendola. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Here's Stafford. Screenplay, Johnson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. First carry for Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Completes it to Davis. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. Touchdown, Detroit! Kenny Golladay, 77 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, That should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On the run, it's Davis. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. But let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
Back out is Matthew Stafford in the Lions offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Throwing on 3rd and long. Stafford dumping it off for Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Here we go with Johnson. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. A first down carry for Davis. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A very solid gain of 27. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Ben Braunecker. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play action pass, you see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with.
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations. So it is harder to defend.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. The sack there by Roquan Smith. From the 50, Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see, and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And Andola's got it complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one.
Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, as the first half is winding down, and the Lions have taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understand.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 14-7. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it is in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. Now then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. One of the best of the early games, we'll highlight it there.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. On the carry, it's Davis. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. They will find Davis. That's complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Trubisky. wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does. That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And shutting him off, now open field. Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bears take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st down, Johnson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now Stafford, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now the 2nd-year man from South Dakota State, it's Zach Zenner. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Got a man, it's Amendola. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. On 1st and 10, Stafford gets this to his running back, Zenner. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Zach Zenner, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now it's Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there. And it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Trubisky will throw. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The Bears on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Trubisky to throw. Finding Gabriel, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Trubisky. They'll find Miller. That's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Here's Trubisky to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. They'll run on first down. Davis. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And now look at him go. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 17. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Caught by Montgomery. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Here's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Okay, partner, hyperbole alert, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been a man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid all game long. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Danny Trevathan.
That's a pick, boy. Pick. Going the other way.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. They stay with Zinner, and he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Lions, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I got it come clean like I made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support rod. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sport.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Breaks a tackle, and he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. They go play action. Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. 77 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it worked. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. In our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say that it'd get tested on play number one. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots. But that, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the gate.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Stafford. And that's complete to Jesse James. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Holding offense.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now it's Stafford. And his throw here is incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
Now that's a great play defensively, and one thing we do know, both of the corners are going to face a lot of action in this game. Whether that offense likes to fling it around.
The safeties, they better be ready to be engaged as well. James has got it, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 18.
Here we go.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devon Kennard able to record his 5th sack of the season. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Cousins. His throw incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is fielded at the 7. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's James. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Stafford now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Galladay, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
On second down, this is Madison. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on third down. Third and long for Cousins. Big hold of the 30, and this one hauled in by Rudolph. And all the way up to the 35-yard line. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Here's Madison running on first down. Tavon Wilson up to make the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down. Cousins now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Cousins. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. But it's going to be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. The Vikings on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, here's Cousins. Completes it to the fullback Ham. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Draw play, Madison. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
A 55-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, listen, now, no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
On first down, Stafford here. He'll get this one to Galladay. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Danny Amendola, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. We have hit halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On first down, it's Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. They'll try the air now with Stafford.
And that's where this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. The tackle there by Stephen Weatherly. To throw on 2nd and 6. Stafford, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Stafford steps away. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Look at me, zipper.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Now fails to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Ty Johnson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Throwing his fails. And he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. We remind you that coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football. Seems like we've seen the Seahawks quite a bit in prime time the last few weeks, and we get them again tonight as they head down to L.A. to take on the Rams. And then tomorrow night for Monday Night Football, it's Giants-Eagles from Chile, Philadelphia. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4. Fails. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Stafford throws complete to Galladay. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively, kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this. Next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful of not being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A throw over the middle taken in. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And Diggs has it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Cousins now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Cousins on first down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10, and he's up to 7 for 7 now on this drive alone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Now Prater to add the PAT. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. One last shot now for Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Detroit,
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in the brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handle, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go be. Better run up the cash, you love to spend.
But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you're trying to go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. Show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, start the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep for your bro, for your post, your poppin', your projects. Pain drippin', itchin', drumming. Hey, look how far we comin'. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man,